Absolutely. So the market was very different. Thankfully, still companies like Flipkart had happened before us, so it wasn't as in early and nascent stages as 2010. So capital was still available. Angel investing was still a thing, a fraction of what is it today. But capital was still available for good ideas. What was different was the pricing, right? Today, even on like somewhere on the lower end, also like a seed round could be like $1 million. At that point, $1 million seed round was practically unheard of. A $500,000 was considered like a very, very big sum of the seed, and most of the seed used to happen between 50 to 200K, right? Also, then in turn, like I still remember hiring some of our early developers, some really qualified developers at single digit per lakh per annum, right? That's practically impossible today. So even the deployment of capital has changed dramatically in what is required to even build the early team, right? So not saying either side was better or worse, but definitely different. Very, very grateful to the founders who came before us and had set a path for us. But today is it's an absolutely different game. What has really, really changed for the founders, and especially for a seed stage founder, is the speed of closure, right? If it took us 1 to 3 months back then, today, even as a new founder, it's very possible to close around within 1 to 2 weeks. What is becoming more commonplace today is that we are now living in an India where things like startup and equity are not esoteric terms, right? Like Shark Tank is a mainstream television thing, and that's really great. And so what we are seeing is a lot of great people, who due to maybe having a various kind of risk profile were not previously as players in the market are now becoming players, and now you're also seeing a lot of additional capital. So will an occasionally bad ideas get funded? Sure. Will occasionally things be pricey? Sure. But what this is making sure is that there is great capital available for good ideas for execution, right? And
Right.
that on a sustained basis always produces most value.